Hello YouTube and welcome back to episode 6 of Let's Build an Inca plot, and we left off in the last episode just building this small little bridge and going over some little detailing stuff with the different ferns, and now we're finally getting onto the fun stuff. I'm just going to turn the chat off even though I am the only person on the server. We're going to be doing the farming and our first building that's going to be up here. So let's see, the first thing we want to do is make a nice large brush, and we're going to be making the majority of this farmland and crops. So we're going to do brush sphere 60, and that's your farmland, and nice big brush size 5 mask 2. And if I just right click in there, you can see that we're going to start to cover up all of this, bring it round here as well, do a bit more up on these sections, and I think now it's looking quite good. Do these as well, like that. How's this look? Good. I didn't want to do that. Undo. Nope. Undo again. Might have to. Yeah. Okay. We'll be sensible about this, and we'll just use a hoe. There we go. 1 and 2. That's what I wanted. So there we go. The hell was that? That was... Maybe we'll just put this hoe back then. I think that's the new biome plugin tool that Dak has added. Interesting. I want to get rid of all of these bits of grass, so we'll just punch these out by hand, and I need to think what sort of materials we want, because the Inca had different crops growing at different levels. So how many rings do we have? We've got 1 in there, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Well, we can work that out. We're probably going to have 2 lots of wheat, maybe 2 lots of potato, and some carrots as well. We also need to work on a nice little smoother path that's going to lead up here. I don't know whether the path should go all the way around or if it can go up here. Probably up here actually. We'll make some sort of wooden scaffolding to lead up to there. I'll just continue this episode. I'm just going to be right back a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Let's get started with this. So we're going to do brush, sphere. Oh, actually, before we do that, I need to work out what the metadatas are for the other crops. So we get potato, we want carrot. I already know the one for seeds. I think these are 142 and 143. I'm not sure. Just have to check. There we go. 142. It's going to be 141, isn't it? 141. Alright then. I was close. So, brush, sphere, 59. 59. There we go. Colon 7 and 8. No. I always do that. 6 and 7. Size 2. Mask greater than 60, which is your farmland, and we'll do that in here. Oops. Undo. So what we want? We wanted 59, not just 7. 59 colon 7. There we go. And then we can just plonk that in here, making sure not to go out of the circle like I just did there and I did there. And then we need to redo these crops. So I'm just going to grab a hoe, not the diamond one because we don't want any more sort of lightning rods flying past. We can do that, and then put our brush down just to finish everything off. There we go, and that's quite nice. Next thing we want to do is the potato, I think. So we'll do brush sphere 141 colon 6 141 colon 7. Make sure I actually get the numbers in this time. And I did spot my mistake before I accidentally put God knows what all over the plot. The mask shouldn't have to change, it should still be the same. Yep, there we go. So we can just put these around, and actually you can't see much of a difference with these. Oh, these are the carrots, are they? So we're just going to go for colon 5 and see if that makes much of a difference. And put those around. And again, just cover this whole section like this. Now, I don't know if I've spoke about this before. I probably have, but I'm going to go over it again since we're actually doing the farming bit. The Incas used this method of farming for because when they were up in the Andes, which is where this is set, where they live, the climate is very, very cold. As you can see, we've got all these snow-capped mountains around us, which makes it very hard to actually grow crops. And what they used to do was dig these holes in down like this, and because of the way that the sun beat off the rock and it all sort of glowed down into the middle, the center ring here, it allowed the crops in the center, in the middle circle there at the bottom, to grow a lot warmer, in a much warmer climate. Which meant that they were able to grow many different crops in many different, all in the same area in a very cold climate, which is like unbelievably smart thinking by them. To mix it up, we're going to do the potatoes on this level, I think. I've done it again. It's because I was talking. Get rid of that. Put it there. So we're just going to plunk these potatoes around, just like this. And then we can put the wheat in on this next level there. So we're going to do brush sphere just 59 colon 6 59 colon 7 size 1. We only want a small brush. We shouldn't have to change the mask. Should all be fine. And we're just going to spam click like crazy to cover this whole area with the wheat. So this is all looking pretty good. And what I'm going to do next is, that does look really nice now actually, do one more level of the wheat along this top section as well. So even with a small brush it seems to have messed up a little bit. That's probably just my misclicking though. So we want to get our stick and copy and paste those ones over. Put that on there. Again with our stick we can just do that and then get our brush back and voila. Easy. Now what do we want to achieve here? I think we need to put some space in because it's looking a bit well too planted, so we'll do a brush with a bit of air in there. In fact, we might just make a selection of the whole area and then we'll just replace sections with like so much percentage of air. And we want to get the steps to get down to these sections, and we want little paths. So I'm just going to answer a text and we'll get on with that in a minute. Okay, so reply to that text, let's get going. We're going to want to do, what are we going to want to do? I don't know, I kind of want to leave it because it looks so good. I don't know. Plus it's going to be hard to actually do this without destroying bits. Well, no, I'll leave it for now, and you guys can tell me what you think about leaving holes. I will however, do the steps because that's that's a bit of a must-have. We have to do those. Do I 42 colon 2? No. 44 colon 2. Slash I 44 colon 2. There we go. So that gives me the Enviro slab. So now we can start to put our mini little staircase things in. So I'm going to put slabs like that, and I'm also going to grab some cobblestone, and we're going to do dirt blocks, and then we're going to do 2 slabs like that. So it's we've got quite a nice, easy, gentle slope down into the crop area. Here we're going to have to have one that goes up, so we'll do a couple of double slabs, a couple of those slabs, those blocks, and then we'll just have another double slab so you can come up here. I think we need some over here as well, so we're going to put our cobblestone in like this with our slabs, and then we can have a full block, 2 full blocks on either side, and then we can have our half slabs like that. Interesting. We'll do the same here, so we've got the same on each side. We'll just do 2, then we'll do 2, and then we'll do 1. And we'll do another one here as well. So we're going to do, what was it? It was a slab on top, 2 full blocks, and then another slab. There we go. And another one, of course there's another one. So that's going to be full block, slab there, full block. And there we go, it's okay. We can put another one here, do you think? So we'll do cobblestone, full block, slab. Another one over on this side as well, so we've got one on each opposite side, so you know, plenty of ways for the Incas to get in and out of these holes. Don't want to make it hard for them, do we? And I think that's it, that's all we need, isn't it? We've got plenty of space around there, and I'm just going to get my tool, and we're going to do brush sphere 48, 4, 5, mask 4 and 48, and that's just mossy cobble. And I've not got, what have I done? Size 5. Undo. Right, there we go, that's a bit better. I've not put much moss stone, in fact I don't think I've put any moss stone on this plot so far. And that's because I thought with the cold climate maybe the moss wouldn't grow, but I think just for a little extra added detail it doesn't really make that much of a difference, and it looks quite nice, you know, just a bit of green in there. So shh, if you don't tell anyone, we'll be fine. I'm also going to change the 3:1 for 3:3, the permanent dirt. So I actually want to do this, and then mask 3:1. And then we can put those in like that. See, it just gets rid of the grass around the edges, and it looks a little nicer, I think. The step down, yeah, looks a lot better now, that little step. Do another one there, like that. That's fine. This can go back to grass though, and we can have a bit more of a dirt path going off over there and coming over here. And I'm liking it, we're getting somewhere. Right, okay, so just do a little bit more sort of grass around here, and then I'm going to stop the video to see how much time we've got left, and we might start on the little storehouse over there. So I'm just going to, well, I'll be back in literally a second for you guys. Okay, so we've got about 8 minutes left, I'd say. So I'm not sure whether to do a sort of what's the word? Scaffolding sort of path up here, or maybe something from this side, but we're definitely going to start work on the storehouse. So I'm just going to use basic materials for now, and we'll worry about building it up later. So we're going to do I think 7 wide if we can get it. So that's 5, 6, that'll be 7. Okay. So that's 7 wide right on the edge there. And it's quite tall already. And then we want to go pretty much as far as we can with that. That's a good size, I like that. And then we're going to do an interesting shaped roof, and this is something I saw on the documentary. All these houses along the cliff face had these type of edges, so you know, we'll see how it works out. Hopefully it'll look quite nice. Just cover all this section up as well for now, just so we can see what we're sort of dealing with. So it goes up as a normal 45-degree angle from one side, and then from another side it goes up in sections of 2 like this, and you get this really nice shape going on. So I'm just going to do that on this side as well, so it's up like this, there, and that's gone wrong. There we go, yeah. Bring this side all the way across as well, and now we can sort of see what sort of space we've got inside. So up there, that goes up by 2, and that should be fine, yeah. So we're just going to cut out this space and start doing the interior shaping of it. And I think at the start of the next episode, I'll sort of go in more in detail about this building, changing up the materials and stuff like that, and we can finish doing the pathway for the farmland and stuff like that, and it should all look pretty nice. So we're just going to push all these blocks out, swap them all out for cobblestone, and I'm actually going to raise this all up by 1 block as well. Could be doing world edit for this, but you know, where's the fun in that? You know, sometimes the fun of Minecraft, the point of Minecraft, is to actually do all this by hand, and you know, that's the part of fun, isn't it? If you just use world edit for everything, then you're not really playing the game, so it's no point. So there we go. So the reason they had all these stores up on the mountainsides like this, one, it was ease of access for the people who needed access to it. 2, it was, you know, right next to all the stuff that they were storing, so that's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? You know, you've got the space, why not use it? We're just going to put an extra section in the middle here as well. And then the other thing is that it was a status symbol, so that obviously they would have more than just one. Like one of the documentaries I watched, I think there was 3 rows, and they were probably about 3 times as long as that, and they really stood out along this this mountain top. So from a distance you'd be able to see them, and it was a sign of power, because the Inca didn't have any written word, they didn't have any economy, it was all in trade, and the terrain in the Andes and the climate and everything makes it almost unbearable. So like growing crops and stuff like that, it makes it almost impossible to do. So it was a real sign of wealth that you had a flourishing ecosystem in which you could grow crops and trade and stuff like that. So this is quite a main structure, and I think for the top I'm just going to use some wheat or hay. This would have been made out of straw, so you know, this is the closest thing that we have to it. And I'm going to do a really interesting style that I've worked on already before, and in fact before I go into that, I'm actually just going to show you this style. So if I just go to one of these, this one, so this is the why I was coming up with like a concept for this style. I done this building, it's the basic 2x3 chunk that I always do for every house when I'm trying to come up with a new style, and I love this roof and I think it works great. It's a lot of biome work, so the interiors are a bit interesting, but I'll just go in there, I can show you the interiors. You've got all this storage space here, we've got some nice stuff in the inside, got a big fire pit in the middle, space for the smoke to go out the top there. Like I said, there's no written word or economy, so it was kind of interesting to do. You couldn't like use the paintings that much. You got a little bedroom as well, and more storage, of course. Just fill everywhere up with storage when you've got dead space. So this was all quite nice. I think it's worked really well. It looks a lot bigger from the outside than it feels on the inside. It feels really small on the inside. But this is the style that we're going for with the roof. I'll be showing you how to do that in the next episode when we go more in detail about changing up the materials, doing the roof, doing the interior of our little storehouse, and hopefully the path. And we'll try to get all that covered up in one episode. And ooh, arrows. I've just updated Conquest, so that wasn't arrows for me, that was spears. But now it's changed. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Let's Build an Inca Plot. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.